Paddle harder, will ya? The waves are getting stronger, said Harry. Splash. I told you it was a silly idea coming up here in the canoe, replied Dick. Splash. If you don't care for any treasure, you can swim back home, Harry told him. Why, I'll bet there are tons of gold in Booby Hills just waiting for us to grab. Splash. You mean we'll be rich? Asked Tom. Splash. And how? Answered Harry. We'll all move to the city, buy big skyscrapers, have money to burn. Splash. They survived the swirling, raging rapids and eventually arrived safely at Booby Hills, albeit a very weary and dampened crew. They unloaded their supplies and equipment and then pitched tent just before nightfall. The three of them had a good sound sleep that night under the imaginary watchful eye of the man in the moon and the twinkling stars. Then arising very early in the morning, they were all eager, even Dick, to begin digging for gold. But first things first, dig out some victuals. After partaking of a hearty breakfast, which consisted mostly of red herring, they began filing out of their tent just as a stranger, clad in rugged attire, was passing by. When he saw them, he inquired, "You men seen my horse around here? He ran away on me this morning." "We just came out of our tent," explained Harry. "Haven't seen or heard much of anything around here yet. Hope you find him, though." "Thanks anyhow," said the man as he strode on his way. With suitable attire on and all other necessary preparations looked after, each one of them then, without further delay, grabbed a shovel and went off in different directions to start digging. Tom selected a spot adjacent to a large cave. His curiosity soon got the better of him and caused him to wander into it. He was only a few minutes in the dark surroundings when he was suddenly startled by a loud neigh. Immediately, he thought of the stranger's lost horse. As he stepped out of the cave back into the daylight to report this, he was again startled, this time by a deep, booming voice coming from above, commanding, "Don't move. Stay right where you are." Standing on the top of the cave, looking down on Tom, was a tall, heavily bearded man pointing a six-shooter at him. "What's the matter, Daddy? Why don't you finish reading the story?" "The rest of the pages seem to be ripped out of the book." Oh, well, it wasn't a very good bedtime story for a little fellow like you, Henry. Although I must admit, it was becoming rather interesting.